All right, I guess it's time. Let's get started. So, hello everyone and good afternoon. Welcome back to another exciting session of Sitecore User Group Nagpur, run by Mahima Patel, Sumit Salpekar, Vikrant Punwatkar, and myself. I hope you all are doing well. October has been an eventful month with the festive spirit all around, and it was more thrilling for the Sitecore community with the Sitecore Symposium happening just last week. My LinkedIn feed, and I guess all of yours, must have been filled with buzzing posts by the attendees, their photos, updates on the new Sitecore features, the product roadmap, and lots of fun activities. It's been amazing to see all these developments, and I guess we all are excited to see what the future holds for Sitecore. Now, with that, let's dive right into the main agenda. Today's special today's session is special for Sitecore User Group Nagpur as two of our organizers, who are also our speakers for today, Sumit and Vikrant, will be presenting on a product that's not often in the spotlight, Sitecore Content Hub One. In today's session, Sitecore Content Hub One, crafting agile omnichannel experiences with Gen AI, we will explore this cloud-based headless CMS built to power modern digital experiences. There will be an insightful comparison of this product with other Sitecore products, followed by a live demo. Our speakers will also share with us how one can integrate Content Hub One with NextJs using the StarterKit. Although our speakers don't need an introduction to the frequent audience of SUG Nagpur session, but I am really excited to share a bit more about the co-organizers of our user group. First, Sumit Salpekar is a talented technical architect at Perficient and holds a total of 11 years of experience in .NET technologies and 7 years of hands-on experience with Sitecore. He is a Sitecore 9 and 10 certified developer and has developed a good site CDP and personal. He shares his knowledge with the community by writing blogs at Perficient's blog site on various Sitecore related topics like Sitecore content serialization, headless solution setup, etc. Sumit recently took the stage at SUGCon India 2024, presenting alongside Vikrant Punwatkar. Now about Vikrant Punwatkar, he is a seasoned technical architect at Perficient. With 12 years of experience in .NET technologies, he has built his expertise in platforms like Sitecore and Optimizely CMS. Vikrant is a Sitecore 8, 10, and XM Cloud certified developer. Beyond his project work, he actively engages on Sitecore Stack Exchange and Slack, contributing to the Sitecore community, helping peers solve challenges, and sharing his knowledge. He also has presented at SUGCon India 2024 with Sumit, adding further value to the community with his insights and expertise. With this, I welcome both of our speakers to this session. And before I pass it on to them, a quick note to our participants to post their questions or comments in the chat, and we will make sure to address them at the end of our session. Thank you. Over to you, Vikrant and Sumit.
Thank you so much, Neha.
Okay, give me a minute. I'll share my screen. Are you able to see it?
Yes, it's visible.
Yeah, we can see
Is
it.
Is it in presentation mode or
No, not yet.
Oh.
Yeah, we can see it in the presentation mode now, Vikrant.
Okay. All right. Okay. So thank you, Neha. Today we are going to talk about Sitecore Content Hub One. Again, it is Sitecore's probably the lightweight CMS at the moment. Moving on. So Neha has done this already quite well. I'll skip this slide and hand over the proceedings to Sumit now.
Yeah, thank you so much, Vikrant. And yeah, let's talk about the agenda of today's session. So first we will start by understanding of the Content Hub One. And then we'll talk about the features and the benefit of the Content Hub One. After that, we will clarify the confusion between the Content Hub and the Content Hub One, as it sounds very similar, but it's not same. Then we will see the comparison between DXP, XM Cloud, and the Content Hub One, as it has a similar offering in the Sitecore. And finally, we will wrap up with a demo where we will consume the content of the Content Hub One and render it in the NextJs app. So now let's talk about the Content Hub One. Vikram, if you, yeah, next week, yeah. So what is Content Hub One? So Content Hub One is the pure play, headless, cloud native, omnichannel CMS, where we can create and manage the content, media, and perform the different operation, the content operation. It also has built-in AI assistant, which make the content creation process even more smoother. It also support the omni-channel experience. So what is omni-channel experience? That means like if once you create the content and store it in the centralized hub, we can utilize the same content on the different channels through APIs, definitely. And this is the most prominent feature that Content Hub One has. Along with that, it also support the AI assistants. Uh, that help the content author to create the content, not only create the content along with they can easily create the content structure as well through the AI. And from this point, we will refer the Content Hub One as a CH1 to keep the thing simple. So if I talk about the features of the Content Hub One now, uh, Vikram, next slide, please.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's good. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that.
Yeah, sure. So if I talk about the different features that CH1 has, so in CH1, you can design a detailed structure of the content model that fits to your business needs. So content creation and the updation process is so smoother for that who don't need any kind of documentation, because it's very straightforward process. Like easily you can create the content and the update the content and publish it through the cloud portal itself. And as I said, the most prominent feature is the AI assistant, which not only to create and build the content, but you can also create the content structure as well, which we will see later in the demo today. The content structure, that means in our traditional Sitecore, we call it as a template. So we can build the template as well with the assistant of the AI. The CH1 platform is so simplified that marketers and the content creators find so user friendly. And it also has a built-in DAM where you can manage the media and its publishing process. And its publishing process is so straightforward. It's not anything such like anything complex in that. We can easily upload the media there in the cloud portal, and we can utilize the same media either through URL, or we can through it from the cloud portal itself. Also, we can add different filter tags so that we can easily filter out the content whenever we retrieve the content through APIs, and for utilizing that content on a different channel. To filter out that content, we can utilize the custom tags. So that actually help us to capture the content in very less time and in efficient way, definitely. So these are a few features. After the features, we have a few benefits of the Content Hub One. So these are a few benefits of the CH1. The firstly, the CH1 provides a centralized and the consistent content. So all the different channel consume it from the one place. So if you change anything in that place, which reflect on all the platform at the same time. So as it also supports the SDKs and APIs for the popular technologies, which makes the development process even more smoother and efficient. So in short, the CH1 improve the efficiency, speed up the content delivery, and boost the developer productivity. So we can say, if you go to the next slide, Vikrant. So we can say like CH1 is a smart tool that helps you to quickly share the content on a different platform through its omni-channel experience in very less time. Let's take a simple scenario, like if you want to create the like 2 to 4 line of page site, and that you need to utilize the content that you have created for that site in a different channel like mobile or any other email exchanger, let's suppose. So you can utilize the same content through this CH1. So now let's talk about the confusion between Content Hub and Content Hub One. Uh, at this point, we all know what is the CH1, but when we started exploring the CH1, the biggest puzzle we had was if the CH1 and that is the Content Hub One and the Content Hub are anyway related, because of its similar name and only one word change in it. But after we dig deep, we realize that they are not the same one. Actually, they are actually built to serve a different purpose in the Sitecore offerings. So Content Hub is a marketing platform. It's purely a marketing platform, especially used for digital asset management. We call it as a DAM, where CH1 focus on the core content management. Although CH1 also has inbuilt lightweight DAM, but it is not as feature rich as Content Hub. So all in all, CH is a DAM and CH1 is a headless CMS. So yeah, the next slide, like this slide, actually, we will do the ultimate comparison between the similar offering of the Sitecore. Uh, the Sitecore is well known as its CMS offering, and it has few similar products in its basket. So let's do the comparative analysis of these products. First, let's start with the platform DXP. So it is a Sitecore most traditional offering, which is a unified platform for managing all the aspect of the digital customer experience, from the content creation, its personalization, to the marketing automation and analytics. Next one is the most popular nowadays is XM Cloud. It is a cloud-based composable CMS. It is a fully managed service from the Sitecore that offers a great flexibility and the speed. And both of these, like DXP and XM Cloud, gives you an in-page editing options as well, which assist you, the content authors, to visualize the page and update the page through the either experience editor, we can say it in a traditional way. And our topic of the hour is CH1. It is a headless CMS with the provision of AI assistant, ensuring the speedy and effortless content creation, and it is consumed on multiple channels, as we saw in the previous slides. Now let's talk about like how we can select the product among these. So how do you find the right fit to fit to your requirement out of all these three things? So let's try to understand with the different scenarios. So let's take a scenario like client will be planning to build a website in a healthcare domain, let's suppose, and as it's healthcare domain, are a lot of compliance and the regulation involved. So in this case, we should recommend to go with the platform DXP, as it is highly secure, feature packed, usually customizable CMS, and it also comes with the XM and XP roles. So XM is an experience platform variant that provides you a fully featured CMS with the features like content creation, management, personalization, and publishing the content. Where XP, which is the experience platform, combines the XM with the marketing and the customer intelligence features offered by XConnect and XTP. But if we go to next slide, Vikrant. So if client is looking for the cloud-based solution with omni-channel feature, then we should encourage client to think about the XM Cloud. That it is a SaaS-based headless CMS, which goes in line and with the current industry demand. Being a SaaS offering, it is highly scalable and extensible too. But let's talk about the important scenario of this session. So if client want to create a very simple standalone marketing website, and he would like to use the same content, whatever he has created once, that if suppose he wants to utilize the same content on his mobile app or the emails or any kind of other application that they have, also he would like to set up and its delivery, everything in very less time. So in this scenario, the CH1 seems to be most suitable options. It is an API-driven headless CMS, ensuring the omnichannel content delivery, so that once you create a content, we can easily utilize on the different channels. Also, like as I said in the previous slide, like AI is the most prominent feature of it, and that gives us that provide us and flexibility to create the content, and not only the content along with the content structure, and share that content uh, to the public as early as possible in a very less time. Yeah, definitely. There are a few other factors as well along with these things. Uh, there is one more factor we said as a technical expertise. So platform DXP, if you go to the next slide, Grant, yeah. So yeah, this is the one of the important factor, the technical expertise. So platform DXP requires a strong technical knowledge as it's is the highly customizable. But with the platform DXP and XM Cloud, Sitecore offers the accelerator as well, providing you a low code option because they provided accelerators uh, through which we can easily go with the low code options. But still, we required some CMS knowledge uh, when we select to go with DXP and XM Cloud. But with CH1, you don't need any niche CMS expertise. You can go for the platform of your choice, providing your access to larger talent pool. And finally, the most important factor is budget. Definitely, the budget is one of the major factor when we talk about in IT industry. So or any industry, not in IT industry only. So the platform DXP is comparatively a most expensive one, and the XM Cloud, it has a subscription based pricing module with the cost vary based on the based on their features, but the CH1 is the most affordable of all due to its limited feature. But to more about the budget and everything, you need to contact the actual budget, like actual number of the budget. For that, you need to connect with the Sitecore cells. So now hope you understand like what is CH1, what are the difference between what is the difference between CH and CH1, and how we can select the offerings from similar offering from of the Sitecore as per our requirements. Now let's deep dive into the actual functionality and let's take overview of the dashboard, how actually the dashboard of the CH1 look like, what are the different terminologies that we have, how you can utilize the AI, what is the actual the CH1 architecture that we need to follow, and finally we whatever we created inside the Content Hub One that we can consume it in the NextJs app. So I will hand over to the Vikrant so that he will be able to like demonstrate us the complete overview of the CH1 portal.
Thanks, Sumit. So at this point, we have the idea what CH1 is, and I'll take you through the functional part of the CH1 portal. Okay. So dashboard, again, this being a SaaS-based portal, uh, this is a standard look of the dashboard. It displays the quick links to main features. And if you have ever seen the XM Cloud as well, it is quite similar to that. So they have tried to keep it standard. Looking at the links or the features that dashboard has. So model content, first one, this one is used to define the structure of your content. So since we have been calling or we know that it is a CMS, will be creating content inside it. For that, you'll need to define schema of your content. So this is a quick link to create a content type of your content. Next one is to create content. Again, whatever content schema that we have defined will be making use of it to create a content. Next one is upload media items. This is very similar to media library that we have in traditional Sitecore CMS, which will be used to manage media assets. This is a link to API keys. So we have been calling CH1 as Omnichannel delivery platform. So to connect to any front-end platform, you'll need to have API key to validate and handshake with the cloud portal. So this is the quick link where you can set your API keys. And if you have noticed, they have also given a documentation link at the bottom of every card, which is a small thing but quite helpful. Yeah, Sitecore AI. So this is the hero feature of Content Hub One, um, which ultimately can be used to define content types, content that you are creating based on the content types that you have defined. So it can be leveraged, which will actually save content users, content authors time, and it will give better time to market when they want to create any website. So behind the scenes, it use Azure OpenAI service, uh, and we'll be going to demonstrate this in the next slides. Again, one of the interesting part, which is my personal favorite, is documentation link. Since this is a SaaS-based portal, Sitecore also has a very rich documentation for this new product, and it has links directly present on the page, on the dashboard page itself. So you need not to wander around. In case you need any support from Sitecore support team, this is a quick link to create a support ticket. Yeah, this is the second fold of the page on the dashboard where you get the list of SDKs that Sitecore provides to start with. So at the moment, it has a JavaScript SDK. .NET One is also present, but it is mostly for content management. I'll tell you what content management and content delivery is, although those terms are self-explanatory. But we'll talk about it when we'll be looking at the architecture of these CH1. Yeah, and lastly, it has started providing starter kits. So to start with, Sitecore has been providing Next.js based starter kit to combine with CH1. And going forward, we are going to use this, and we'll be creating an application, uh, which is a car shop. So it will list the cars. So we'll consider this particular application, and all the going forward things will be talking about it, which are related to car shop. Yeah, this is one of the most important things, settings. So since this is the portal which will be just generating and holding the data, and you'll be able to consume that on different platforms as you wish. So these are the settings that you will need to have to connect between those two, so that your front-end application could consume data from this cloud portal. On left hand, you can see API keys. So you can define multiple API keys as well. This will ensure security, but even if you are using like different platforms, and if you want to have different set of information to be shown on different platforms. So this is where you can use API keys to validate between those two portals and application. All right. So that was all about the dashboard. We are moving on to the terminologies. So I'll be giving you a comparative name of our traditional Sitecore CMS, but still I'll recommend you to use the terminology because every framework that Sitecore has, it is coming up with a terminology, and we should stick to that. So first thing is whenever you are creating a content, you have to define the schema of your content. So it is called content types. Again, this is called templates in the traditional Sitecore CMS. We'll call it as content types here. So if you see, we have like this is just a screenshot showing different content types that we have created for practice. But yeah, if you want to create a content type, you can see a blue button on the top right corner. Just click on it. When you do that, you'll have to define the name of your content type. So since we are creating a car shop, we've decided to create one brand content type as well, which we will ultimately be using in the cars to define the brand of that car. So we'll start with this. Just just add the name. In the second row, you see that there is a ID defined. This is something which is a mandatory thing, but it is auto-populated. Uh, it matches with the name. This is something that we were trying. That's why the one of the ID was already created. So it appended new suffix to the ID. And this is what you'll be seeing when you'll try to fetch data from Content Hub portal in the form of JSON through APIs. So these are the IDs which you'll find in the JSON. Description, that's optional, still we have added. And when you click on continue, you'll see such screen where you'll have to define the fields for your brand type. So for now, we have defined a brand type. Again, if you see, I'm not sure I'll be able to highlight it. Okay, so this is the field type, and sorry, this is the field name, and this is the field type. So similar to our CMS offering, we have to define different fields, and we can choose different field types depending on what our requirement is, and we can validate it as well. So required is one of the validation limit. We can limit the characters, etc. And similar to what we have seen ID in the previous slide, this is where again the IDs are defined, and these are actually things that will populate as a key when you get the data in the form of JSON. So for now in brand, we have created two fields, brand name and logo. Moving on, so this was the first content type that we have created, brand. And just to show you the difference, we have created that brand content type manually. And here is a new content type, car, which we'll be creating. And here we will try to use AI. So if you see the prompt, whenever you want to use AI, you'll have to send it a prompt so that it can make things accordingly. So in prompt, we have added the fields that we want. And again, there were few simple fields. Like if you see, we have asked it to generate a content type for car, including name, description, passenger capacity, launch date, image, banner image, and selection list for the car type. So few of the fields are quite simple, but some of them are complex. So let's see what AI does with it. Okay. Oh, I think it lists all the fields that even we manually added. Probably will need to change this one. But what AI does is it creates a simple field types quite easily. So it created car name, description. For now, skip this brand. I'll talk about it in some time. Description, passenger capacity, launch date, image, and others. So it was able to create these fields quite easily. Um, And again, if you see the passenger capacity, it could actually recognize and define the data type on its own. So it defined it as a number, which is again impressive. Launch date, date time. It has set the display sorry, the data type according to the field name that we have provided. But for brands, which was a reference type, so it could not create that. We had to manually do this. But this is not a problem, to be honest, because AI, like this, AI doesn't have any information about brand, because that is something which we were trying to create a different referred content type here in the content type that we were defining. So this brand was not created, but still, this is a good start to have all other fields, and we can create one on our own. So this was the one that we've created. But rest of the fields that you see that those were created from AI. So again, this is helpful, and that would certainly save content authors time. Okay, so we've created this brand on our own. We've defined the field name, and again, it is a reference field. So it is going to refer the content created, already created in the content like CH1 portal. Here we can restrict it to refer to specific content types for which we have added brand content type, which we created in a few slides before. Okay, so at this time, like we have created content types, now it's time to create content depending on that content types. So this is the content screen. There is no hierarchy here. It lists all the content that you have created from different content types. Uh, the good thing is you can search it, uh, or you can also add a filter here. So whatever content you'll be creating, like that will be added in the same hierarchy. So this screenshot has already, like we have already created few. It shows that, but we'll see how we can create. So here we'll again go with the same flow. That we'll just create one data or one content manually, and other one with using AI. So similar usability. You have a blue button on the upper right corner. Just click on it, and when you create a content, you have to define the content type from which you want to create a content. So first, we'll create a brand, since that is required in the car type that we'll be creating later on. So this is the data that we've added manually. Um, these were the fields that we've defined while creating a content type. Quite easy. Now, using car content type, let's try to create one content. So if you see, the prompt says generate the content for Maruti Baleno. And if you remember the fields, there were fields like name, car name, passenger capacity, launch date, and again the brands and all. Let's see how AI responds. So when we generate this, when we try to generate the content using AI, if you see, this was auto-populated by AI. So these are just two fields. I want to show you others as well. So this is a description which it populated on its own, the information that it had. Passenger capacity, again, that is correct. I know. Launch date is something which I haven't authenticated, but still it has populated from the information that it had. So AI is giving you all the possible data that it has and pre-populating it from the prompt that we have added to generate content for cars. So this is just one example. We tried it with others as well, and it's quite helpful. I won't say that it is perfect. Um, Again, AI is not perfect. We should validate the data that is being populated, since we will be accountable for the data that is being published. So um, Yeah.
Just one thing
Mhm.
I would like to add, Vikrant here. Like the data that is populating through AI is all depend on the prompts that we are entering in that. So the more the precise prompt we are entering, the more we'll get the precise output with from that prompt. So it all depends on that prompt, that whatever we are sending to the Sitecore AI.
Yeah. And this is quite a generic statement. Whenever you want to use AI, it totally depends on your prompt. So as much precise prompt that you're sending to the AI, it will generate output accordingly. So yeah, if you want to add some more wordings here, that would help it to reduce down the scope and bring the precise data. Okay, so this was the data that AI generated for the content that we have created. Yeah, the other part is the selection of brand which we have created. It could not do that because again, this is the user generated content which is present in the content of one portal. So it does not populate that. We'll have to do that on our own. So we've created content. We have created content type and then content from it. The next terminology I want to introduce you is taxonomies. This is very similar to tags that we use, and probably we can call it as the predefined content type, simplest one that you'll be using. It is a simple data type or a content type with key value pair. So whenever you like we have created this car type. So if you see it is just a name and ID. So the use of it is if you want to filter. So if you are writing a GraphQL query to fetch data from uh, like APIs, GraphQL gives you some pre-built syntaxes where you can filter the data using these taxonomies. So it is as simple as that. If you want to have multiple things or multiple properties for these, then probably you should go with the custom content type. But again, for custom content type, you'll have to define your query on your own. You won't get a native support with sorting or filtering out the data. You'll have to write the queries accordingly. Media, this is like I hope you all know what it is. It is just a media management tool. So here all the images that we have added, you can see it here. So all in all the content that we were trying to create for a car shop has been created now, including content type, content, and media. And we have also used taxonomies just for the demonstration. So at this point, all the content is present in the Content Hub portal, sorry, Content Hub One portal. Uh, Next, we'll try to consume this on the front end. But before doing that, I would like to like tell you about this architecture because we have been calling this platform as Omnichannel Content Delivery Platform. So before you consume this data on any of the platform, you should know how the data is being served, what the architecture is, so that you would be aware what things you can do and what are the limitations. So this is a simple architecture. On the left, you see a box which is called Content Delivery APIs, and on the right, you see that is called Content Management APIs. So um, these terms are quite well known for us being site correlated people. So content management, I'll talk about the probably I messed up. The right one is, I'll correct, I'm not sure. I'll correct. The right one is the content management APIs and the left ones are content delivery APIs. So I'll talk about content management one first. So content management, as the term suggests, that you can use that to manage content. So simply at the moment, um, you like we have a SDK based on .NET Core. Excuse me. So based on .NET Core, there is a SDK, as well as there is one SDK which is a part of the starter kit. You can see that in the starter kit that you get. So there are that is where it uses these APIs, or the APIs are defined, and it can be used to create or modify the content. So you can create content types, and even media. So there are different media upload APIs and content management APIs. If you want to see what all APIs are present, there is a Swagger endpoint defined in the official documentation, so you can take a look at that. The next one is content delivery API. So this is the most common one, which you can use to consume data from Content Hub One portal. Again, it has similar APIs, media delivery API. It has delivery API and preview API. Like this is what is needed when you want to see the data which is published. You'll be utilizing delivery APIs. Ultimately, for the live applications, we'll be using delivery APIs, and just for the testing purpose, you can use preview API, which shows the content created, and you need not to publish. And everything, like all these APIs will be solved from the experience edge, which is a dedicated CDN that Sitecore provides, and it is again a part of XM Cloud as well, if you ever worked on that. So similar experience at CDN is used here in Content Hub One as well. The basic difference between these two are that the content management APIs are REST based, and content delivery APIs are GraphQL based. So that is why content delivery APIs also supports GraphQL queries. So in case you want to consume data using GraphQL queries, that is possible with Content Hub One. So all in all, it is actually supporting all the new technologies, and that's why it's called omnichannel, and you can consume the data on different platforms. So that was the architecture, and this is a simple workflow how the data is consumed. So like any person on the right upper corner, if he has to access the content, if he has to manage the content, he needs to have access to the portal. They'll be able to log in into the cloud portal using their user and credential. So Content Hub One, once you get in, you'll be able to create a content here. When you publish the data, it goes to delivery age. So if you publish it, it goes to delivery age. And here is an interesting thing, which Sumit mentioned at the beginning while comparing Content Hub and Content Hub One, that this Content Hub One also has a dedicated DAM. So it is a lightweight DAM. If you see for media management, this is a lightweight DAM that is a part of this whole application or whole offering. So the content is served from delivery age, whereas the media is being served from media management system. So this is the lightweight DAM that Sumit was talking about. And like if you know, age is not actually created to deliver DAM. So it has some limitations while serving like media assets. So that's why just to take care of that, they have also provided a dedicated DAM. If you want to have something additional, probably you can go for Sitecore's like product content hub, which is an extensive data asset management system. Yeah, and this channel is something which you want to consume your data on. For now, I'll say that as an NextJs application. So it will request the data through content delivery APIs, and like media APIs, content deliveries, media APIs to get the content. So this is how the channel would have or would populate the data from content hub. So that's simple. It is a lightweight CMS, so there aren't any complications, but it is good to know how the data is served or how data flows, and again the architecture that will give you an idea how many different platforms you can use this data on. Okay, so now we have content, we also know the architecture. Let's make use of the starter kit. So at the beginning, I told you that we were going to create a car shop. So in line with that, idea, we've created content as well, and now we'll be making use of front-end application to consume that data. So if you see, this is the starter kit that we have cloned, and again, this thing you can find on the dashboard itself. Yeah, and it has a well-defined README, which gives you proper instruction and directs you to build your application. So I'll go through a few of the prominent instructions that are there. So first thing is you need to have CH1 CLI, which is a versatile tool that helps you to manage like your different connections to the CH1 instances, and you can also serialize and deserialize. So this is something which I'll talk in next, as we all know what serialization is. So this CLI tool can be used for that, and it makes use of client SDK to communicate with CH1 through the content management APIs, that is REST APIs. So you'll need to install this CH1 CLI because we'll be using that in future. Next part is you'll have to define the configurations here. So whatever Content Hub One cloud portal you are going to connect, you will have to define that in the consuming application. So this is how you will do. This is specifically for NextJs. And when you define all these attributes here, those attributes, like I'm not sure if it's visible, but this is where you'll be defining all the necessary attributes. And once you do that, all these attributes will be saved in the environment file. So this is where these data reside. And again, it is not recommended to push such kind of things in the source control. So that's why this is being placed separately. And again, if you want to have something specific for your instance, then you can make different copies of environment file and set the data accordingly, according to the environment as well, which is very similar to the other headless application that we implement. All right. Once you do that, a routine npm install that will install all the necessary packages needed to run your application. Yeah. This is serialization. If you see the highlighted one, serialization, I think we all know about it. Serialization is to store the content or the content in the serialized form. So here we use like they use rainbow serialization. They'll be we'll be able to serialize data. Again, this will here we can serialize content types. You can also serialize content and even media. So and yeah, taxonomies is again the term that I generally forget. But these are the all content types or the content that we can serialize. So this is stored inside your source code itself. And again, whatever there is some difference between the serialization command that we use apart from which differs depending on the CLI that you are using. So for XM Cloud, if you are using something different, the commands would be a bit different. Here, the commands are a bit different. So you can again get that in the documentation itself. But moreover, I wanted to show you that serialization is like you can place that in the source control, and this is the folder where all the serialized items reside. All right. So once you do that, this is the node publish. Since this is the starter kit that we are using, This is the first thing that is asked because there is a serialized content that you already get with the starter kit. So starter kit, I think it gives you a website and few pages related to recipes. So different recipes are listed there with along with one homepage. So if you want to use that, then the serialized files are present here and along with the code. So when you publish, it will create or it will push the data from serialized files to the Content Hub portal. And if you see, this is what it is doing. The ones you are seeing in green is what it is creating and publishing the related data. So this is first time needed. Some of these things you can do on from the Content of One portal as well. This is one-time thing that we need to do when you use a starter kit. So yeah, so once you've done all those things, you have your content ready, you have your code ready. Now just only the thing remaining is running your application. So the simple command is npm run dev, uh, which I'll show in some time. But just to tell you, this is what we've been on. We have been doing on the development environment. But again, this is an exist application, so you can host it on different hosting services as well. So you'll get the documentation for that in the official documentation itself. Okay. I'll stop my presentation and show you. Okay, I see one hand raised, but I was presenting, so probably I'll take that question after some time because I'm about to complete my presentation. So once you run the dev application, we have created a car shop. So this is how it looks. On dev, it is working on 3000 portal. I hope it is visible. So this is how it looks. So all the content that you are seeing is being pulled from the Content Hub One portal, and these are the listed cars. So one of the content that we have seen when we created was this particular car, Maruti Baleno. So this is listed, and these were the ones that we've created. And yeah, if you click on read more, it will show you the details of that car. It is a bit time taking since this is a dev application. You'll get better performance when you post that on separate hosting services. So yeah, this is the front end application where we have consumed the data. So that is it. For now, you can consume this data on different applications depending on your need. But this is what the StarterKit offers. So that's all for today. Thank you.
Thank you, Vikrant. Thank you, Sumit. That was indeed an insightful session. And I would say that the agenda was like chronologically set to give the participants a very clear idea of what Content Hub One is about. And I hope the audience has a bit more understanding of this product now. And I do see that we have a few questions in the Q&A section from Vishal and Akash. Sumit did answer to them. And we also have Divya. I guess she has a question. Divya, you can unmute yourself and you can ask your question.
Yep. Am I audible?
Yes, yes,
Yes,
Divya.
Divya.
Yes. So I have one question. As of now, I have never worked with Sitecore Content of One. So to me, it appears to be a more headless content repository where like one can create different content types and media types. So to me, it seems quite different from a headless CMS like Sitecore JSS, right? So in JSS, we have tenant structure where we have like different sites, let's say Sitecore JSS I mean site A and B, where we have the media folder and the data folder and the dictionary. So in Content Hub One, I don't think there is such a structure. If one want to like consume a data, let's say from content type or media type, so on front end side, for any site one can do it, right? So it's not like a traditional headless CMS. So I have a question, like if there is an organization and they want to like manage content for the different sites, so how like it will serve that purpose in terms of like development and management, like how we can efficiently handle this.
So this is like depending as Sumit like took us through the different products and how we can choose between that. So it is moreover what fits to your requirement, because this content of one, it is just content. It doesn't have any presentation related data compared to what we have in the CMS or the XM Cloud headless CMS. So
Mhm.
uh, this is just managing the content. Probably if just you just want to have a website, you can go ahead with the XM Cloud where you have a better hold of creating the data.
Mhm.
Managing that, you also get what you see, what you sorry, what you sorry, I got confused, but
What you see,
you
what
get
you
inline.
get. What you see,
Yeah,
what you
thanks, Sumit.
get.
So you get inline editing as well, which helps you which helps your content authors to um, edit the data, looking at how it looks on the page. So it more or depends on how you want to use that data. It is a lightweight CMS. It is not as extensive as XM Cloud or platform DXPs. So
Mhm.
this is just content, and you'll have to maintain your front end application separately.
Okay, so it's more kind of headless content repository, right?
Yeah, you can call that.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, thank you for answering that.
No problem.
Any more questions? Vikrant, if you take a look at the Q&A section, Sumit already answered. Would you like to add anything else from your side to those questions? Like anything that you want to add extra there?
I might, but I think we are on time, so I'm not sure
All right.
if you
Okay.
allow
I
me.
I totally I totally lost track of time. All right. So if you have any more questions or queries, you can definitely reach out to Vikrant and Sumit on LinkedIn and Slack. I know that they are active and they'll reply to you. I can guarantee that from my side. And with that, we come to the end of our session. SUG Nagpur would like to thank our speakers, who are also our co-organizers, for sharing their knowledge with all of us and to all the attendees for sparing some time from your busy schedules and showing us your support. Thank you so much. And also a big thanks to Proficient for supporting our event like always. Please note that the recording of this session will be uploaded on YouTube. So if you want to revisit this session or share it with someone who might find this piece of information useful, then please be on the lookout. Keep an eye on LinkedIn. We'll definitely post about it in a day or two. With that, thank you so much, and I hope to see you all again in the next event. Bye.
Yeah, thank you so much,
Thank you.
Sneha. Thank you so much, Mahima. Thank you all. Bye.
Thank you.